All right, welcome everybody to Flipgrid Fun for everyone. My name is Derrick Biehl. First, I want to start off by saying thank you so much to Iowa APRID for allowing me to present with you guys today. I'm really looking forward to talking a little bit about Flipgrid. So a little bit about myself. I'm going into my fourth year teaching right now at Patterson Elementary School out here in Naperville, Illinois. I teach a really awesome school. I have amazing students, great staff, family, everything. I'm very fortunate to be there. And yeah, that's all you really need to know about me. I think I teach about 500 students, 25-minute classes 3 times a week. Not exactly sure what the fall's going to look like, so thinking a little bit about how I'm going to utilize Flipgrid for it, though. So without any further ado, let's dive in and talk about Flipgrid. So what are we learning today? Why and how to use Flipgrid to enhance your PE program. Why are we learning it? Flipgrid will change the way you teach, both in remote and in person. And how you know you've learned it, you'll leave here with a couple ideas of how you can use Flipgrid effectively for your classroom. So before the pandemic, I used Flipgrid pretty simply. I didn't dive too deep into it. Basically what I did is used it for skill assessment. So I would post a skill of something with a rubric up on our screen of just what it takes to get a not yet, almost, got it, well. And the students would see that and we kind of talk about how we can get there, and then they would have to record themselves via Flipgrid trying to perform that skill and self-assess themselves via fragments. And then I would watch the videos later and then assess them and compare and contrast. And I could offer feedback, we talk about a sign grade, whatever we need to do with it. But yeah, this is a video of our jump rope unit. This is the second time we visited, and we've already previously learned a bunch of different jump rope tricks. And now it's time for our fourth graders to come up with their own jump rope routine. So I think it took 3 jump rope tricks and clear transitions and they got it. And they had to practice that and submit one successful video of them doing that or to their best attempt. And here's a video of what it looks like.
All right, so fourth graders are doing a jump rope routine today. We've been practicing all week. We've learned a bunch of short jump rope tricks in the past 2 weeks. So what I've done is I've assigned a little Flipgrid assignment where they need to submit their video via Flipgrid. So students have their Chromebooks out. We're lucky to be one-to-one with technology. And they're working on their jump rope routines in front of the camera. I'll go through and I'll look at all the videos later to check to see how they did. They were supposed to have 3 tricks with clear transitions in order to get a got it, 5 tricks with clear transitions to get a wow, and then 2 with clear transitions to get an almost. Having a lot of fun with 60 students, maybe more, in PE tonight.
So, like I said, I normally teach 3 times a week, 25 minutes. Normally, I only have 25 to 30 students, depending on the grade level in my class. This one was a double 4th grade class. I also teach doubles, up to 5 doubles a week. That was last year. You can have up to 10 doubles a week. We'll see what this fall brings with COVID. But yeah, pretty cut and dry, easy to use for Flipgrid. It worked great. I also did this kind of a skill assessment with our 5th graders last year. In 5th grade, for our dance unit, I do a little thing that we like to call Can You Dance at a 5th grader? And they get to pick the groups, they pick their song. I upload their song to Google Classroom, and they can practice their dance, the entire dance unit. And by the end of it, they need to submit a video of themselves via Flipgrid of them performing their dance together. So before I used to do it where they perform their dance in front of class, but I had a lot of students kind of get nervous about it and kind of be uneasy with it. So Flipgrid really helped with that, kind of made it more individualized, and no one else was focusing on other people's dances. It wasn't real tough because you didn't have to perform it in front of everybody. And you can have students submit their videos via Flipgrid, have other students view it, or you can have yourself be the only person to view it. It's however you want to do it, but it really, really does help student motivation, and it's really easy to use. So after the pandemic, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use it. I've kind of broken it up into 3 chunks for remote, face-to-face, and hybrid. For remote, I kind of want to talk more about wellness this year and kind of how you can keep yourself well, especially during a pandemic where you might not be able to go to gym or play organized sports. Kind of talk more about individual skill building or nutrition or workout plans, or maybe they want to talk about how they can do skill building at home. But I could post topics of discussion related to whatever we're covering curriculum-wise. So maybe we're covering sleeping patterns, plans, and I could post topics of discussion about that. Maybe we're covering health. Maybe we're covering individual skill building for how to come up with our own workout plan. And they could answer topics or questions and have a little discussion based off that. You can also have students perform skills via Flipgrid to assess, kind of just how I did before, but just at home. So maybe we're doing underhand throw with a softball, and they are recording themselves at home, trying to give one successful video, and you can assess it that way, give them feedback. And you can have students share their fitness journals, monitor their growth, their video reflections. It's whatever you want to do with it. But those are just some ideas I had floating around in my head. For face-to-face, I really want to do more of that students perform skill-based on rubric of me presenting on the screen. They seemed to love it. It was really great for me. It was really clear. Students collaborate and create, collaborate to create and explain how they can create a game. So maybe in a socially distanced PE environment, they're coming up with ways that they create their own socially distanced PE game, and they could explain those rules via Flipgrid. You could also have them reflect on their growth of their physical literacy. I know one thing I really liked for face-to-face, we had a classroom PE day where I got kicked out of gym, and we did a little assignment that I called How the Good Spreads, and it's something I found online. It was basically just how we can show acts of kindness. So what does it look like to spread good or to be kind? So students kind of did their own video recording session, and they had to come up with a quick video of how they could show kindness in PE or how they could show kindness in their classroom. And students really ran away with it and turned out to be really awesome. In a hybrid model, so we are talking, or our district is talking about how we might do an A week or B week, or maybe Monday, Tuesday, A, Thursday, Friday, B, and Wednesday online, where during the A week, I might have 250 kids that are in person, and then maybe I have 250 kids that are online that week, and then it would flip on the B week, and then I have the other kids in person and the other kids online. So maybe I want to, while they're in person, cover a skill or some sort of learning objective, and then practice their gameplay. While they're at home, they would have to practice at home. I give them different assignments via Google Slides or Classroom, and then by the end of the week, they'd have to submit one video that I could assess and, via Flipgrid. All right, so we're just going to cover pretty much the basics of Flipgrid and how to set up your own grid and your own topics today, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into more complicated stuff, and I'll give you some resources towards the end of it too. But let's take a look at Flipgrid from their homepage. This is what it looks like on their homepage. We're actually just going to go to it, kind of explore. So over here on the right-hand side, it's going to say Educator Login or Educator Sign Up. We're going to go to Educator Sign Up here, and you would just sign up via Microsoft or Google, whatever you have. Right now it already has me logged in, so let's log out real quick. So we're going to log into Google, and we'll just log into my personal account here to show you what it looks like when you first sign in. So right now it's just preparing your dashboard here, and it's going to give you this prompt here. You can just exit out of it, but it shows you that you're on Flipgrid, your activity, that means your engagement, so how many seconds, minutes, hours, days your kids are watching Flipgrid, which is pretty cool to see. Engagement level go up. Your grids. So grids, I think the easiest way to explain them, they're kind of like, for me, I use them as sections or classrooms. So I have 3 5th grade sections, so I would create a grid for each one. I know some teachers do a grid for every grade level, or maybe a grid for K-2, one for 3rd through 5th. It's whatever you want to do with it, whatever's easiest. And then again, we'll explain mixtapes, grid fails, disco library, and shorts a little bit later on, and I'll give you some resources to dive deeper into that too. So we're going to create a new grid today. So let's name it. I like to do it for sections, so we're going to say this is 5M, this is Mr. Miller's class. Let's ask what type of grid. So it's basically how you want your kids to sign in. If you want to be pretty private, you can have them sign in via school email, student ID. This one, the Educator Learning Community, this one's public, open to the web. My advice, always go school email or student ID. It's whatever you want though, whatever works for your situation. And then it comes up with a code. It automatically generates one, or you can delete this and come up with your own code, tell you if it's available or not. We're just going to leave the automatic generated one. And now it's going to say we've added your school email already. Add your student's school email if it's different than yours. So let's see. We're going to add my student's email here. And we're also going to add my email too. Actually, we'll add that one later so I can show you the edited features. So here we go. And now we need to share it out. So if you have a Google Classroom for all your classes, you can share it out that way. Microsoft Teams, same thing, remind, or you just copy and paste code somewhere. However you can get it out to your students, email it out, whatever you need. So we're gonna go to our grid, check it out. But actually, so if we go back to my grids here, if you have different grids, you can see, maybe 5M, 4L, 3K, all your different sections of your school will be all listed in here, say different things. So let's go in and check out this one. Actually, if you've seen my presentations before, or if you talk to me, you know I'm pretty type A, so I like to always have these little banners be the same for everybody. So my 5th grade banner is, let's edit it, and let's make my banner the same as all the other ones. But while we're editing it, let's check out the different features. So under features here, it'll say, do you want your grid to be active or hidden? Maybe you want to hide it till the first day of school. Maybe you want it to be active. We'll leave it active. Oh, and actually, we do need to add my personal email here too, or my school email, ipsd.org. Okay. And then for notifications, you can receive email notifications every day, weekly, anytime there's a new video. Never, it's whatever you want. We're going to click never because I check this quite often. Do you want students to be able to download and share videos? I would leave that off. You can leave it on. It's whatever's up to you. Trying to have great followers, I leave it off. You do whatever is good for you. Captions, change different languages on here. We're going to leave it in English. And then that banner, like I said, mine's the same for all 5th grade classes. You could upload your own banner here if you want, as long as it's JPEG or PNG. But they give you a bunch of cool ones here that you can also do. So we're going to go over here and pick our normal 5th grade one. And it is this person rock climbing, kind of phys ed related. Looks cool. I like it. We're going to update the grid. And now we can see the grid. We see 5M, date we created, flip code. We add a co-teacher on here too. And if we ever don't like the stuff, we edit it. Actions allow you to do. We could also, maybe I want to create this same grid for my 2 other 5th grade sections. You can duplicate that grid and change out the name. Same thing. And you can delete it here, export data, Teams integration, whatever you want. All the actions are here and edit. And if I want to share it out again, I can share it right here. Your classroom, Teams, Remind, however you want to do it, QR code, it's all up to you. So now it comes up topics and students. So you can see all your students listed here, and you can see your different topics. So topics are kind of like questions. So we're gonna actually create our own topic. So let's delete this one. It does give you an automatic prompt one, just saying, have your kids say hello to each other via Flipgrid. Well, we're gonna create our own. Maybe an idea you might want to use for when you come back from school over summer break. So we're going to add a new topic. So this is something I want to do. I want to say wellness check. So this, I come up with the title, and now it's going to be a little prompt, kind of like directions to the students. I'm going to say, tell everyone how you stayed well over summer break. And that will come up, and your students will see that, and we'll talk about that in a second. So you can change the recording time on here. You can leave it anywhere from 15 seconds to 10 minutes. I like to always leave it at 1 minute, short and sweet. Give kids just enough time to cover what you need them to cover. That way they're not taking you on tours of their house or showing you their dog. And especially if you have a lot of students in your school, it's going to be a lot of time to review if you do 10-minute videos. I think 1 minute's always good. Video moderation, this is really neat because this allows you to moderate each video coming in. So anytime someone submits a video, if you turn this on, you will get an email notification saying, hey, is this okay video to submit that other students can see? Or do you want to delete it and have that kid resubmit? Once your students are kind of used to it and you trust them with it, you can turn that off. I think that's smart to turn on in the beginning. Focus, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but we're going to go on and create the topic. So now I would just share this out. Again, I normally do it through Google Classroom, but it's whatever you want to do. You can email it out, send it to Remind, do a QR code. We're just going to say we're all set. So now wellness check, topic focus here. Tell everyone how you stayed well over summer break, add topic guests. You want to add a classroom teacher so they can see it too. Doesn't matter. We're going to view it as students, see what they see though. So we're going to go back to our grids, click on 5M. I'm going to see we have one topic here. So let's view it as a student. So now the students would click on the link. They'd have to log in through their account, however they do it. So we're going to log in through this here because I said IPSD was okay to log in through. And this is what the students see. They see 5M. They would see wellness check, tell everyone how you stay well over summer break. They would click this little plus button here, and then it would pop up their camera, and they would have to allow it. And then it would show their video. And let's retry this a couple times. It might not work. But anyways, it would just show their face here. This is not working just because my personal computer. But it would show their face here, and they would just simply record a video and then stop the video and submit it. They could add little filters to it too. And when they're done, they can check it to see if it looks okay, and then submit it, and it would pop up right here with their picture. And they would be able to see it. Other students would be able to see it too, and you would see the hours of learning go up. So pretty neat, pretty easy to use, and to see how it looks for a kid. You can add more topics, and every topic you see here will come up here. If it's brand new, it will have this little ring around it. And as a teacher, we would click and we would see all their videos submitted here, and you can click and review. So let's go back in and talk a little bit more of the different features of Flipgrid. So I did Flipgrid last year with remote learning too, and did a little Flipgrid field day. Now this was really successful in my school. It was awesome. I knew I had to do a virtual field day, and I normally do field day is themed. So this year's theme was going to be around the world, and I was really excited about it. But I had to change that out a little bit, and I thought, let's toy around with Flipgrid a little bit and see if I could post different topics of field day activities they could do at home with their families, and they could video record themselves, and all the other students in the school would be able to see it, kind of like a shared learning community, which was really neat and turned out great. So let's check it out. If we go into Flipgrid here, right now I'm logged in under my personal account, so let's log out and go under my school account. So Google login. Now I'm just going to click my school account here, and you'll see all the different grids I have. And I have 1 week, 3 days of engagement. So I got one for screen recording. We'll talk about that later. Field day, my 5th grade class, my 4th grade classes, and so on and so forth. So let's click Flipgrid field day. You can see I have 10 different topics, and I have 1,619 different videos here. So let's click on this. And I did change out the flip code, PDOC Field Day 2020. But let's click it and check it out. So the focus here, my banner here, I made my own via Google Slides, and I uploaded it to go along with Flipgrid Field Day for 2020. You can see my 10 different topics, and here's all my different activities. So I did different activities I saw on Twitter, or I did a lot of ones from Open. Open was great for this. Mike Morris, big shout out to him too, for all the different like minute to win it challenges. And I basically created a video challenge for them to do at home, and they would try and do that challenge at home and then record themselves or them and their siblings and submit it via Flipgrid. So let's check out spatula flipper one. That one was actually pretty funny too. So spatula flipper basically comes up here. Now this is that topic focus I was talking about. So you can add a GIF, you can add an emoji, you can add a picture, or you can upload a video. So the video was really cool because it worked out that I was able to create like a preview video of the field day activity via iMovie, and I was able to upload it through Flipgrid, and kids could just click on the video here on the left, watch the challenge, and record their submission below. So I can see I have 181 different submissions here, but we're going to watch a little video here just to see what it looks like, and we won't watch all of it, just the video. Time for a little spatula flipper. What you're going to need for this is a roll of toilet paper and a spatula. If you don't have a spatula, you could just use your hand. What you're going to do is you're going to do 3 sumo squats, and for every 3 sumo squats, you're going to 3 spatula flips. So 1, 2, 3.
Put your toilet paper on your spatula. 1, 2, and 3 points for Mr. B. Good luck.
All right, and then it's just a video of me doing it with a minute timer coming up over here on the edge. But students were able to submit their own video of them doing it, and we would watch one, but we don't need to right now. And it was really cool. You can see a bunch of other students submit videos. You can see the different views here. It was awesome. Kids had a blast with this stuff. So maybe you want to try your own field day via Flipgrid if we're still doing remote. In my opinion, it worked out great. Shout out to all the people, Jeremy Anderson, Mike Morris, all the people from Open coming up with different ideas for field day activities, little minute to win and stuff. That was fantastic. So thank you for that. And then Flipgrid also does a really nice job of on their social media page, especially on Twitter. If you have different ideas for features you want Flipgrid to add, they are very responsive to that. I know our school, we had a hard time with screen recordings that we would make through Screencastify, sending those out to students because our school is one of the schools that blocks YouTube for elementary students. So Screencastify uses some form of YouTube in their system. And when we submit those videos to students through Screencastify and just share them through Google Drive, students weren't able to see them, which was a big pain for the first couple of weeks. So we were trying to find out different ways. And now Flipgrid allows you to screen record via Flipgrid, which is really neat. And we're going to show you a little bit about that too. This is kind of what it looks like. So let's go back into Flipgrid. And my advice, if you're going to do screen recording through Flipgrid, is create your own screen recording grid. So now I said I have grids for different sections. I also have a grid for a Flipgrid field day. Now I also have one for screen recording. So we're going to click on that one here. And there's only one topic so far. So we're going to add our own topic. Again, it just gives you a little sample topic here. We're going to delete that one because it's not really applicable for screen recording. Delete. And we're going to say maybe we're sending out our remote learning plans to students and we want to go over expectations. And maybe you want to screen record with that and share it out. So we're going to add a new topic. And we're just going to say navigating remote learning. So make a title, a prompt. So I'm just going to say, watch the video below to learn how to navigate remote learning. And then my recording time. Now this is going to be you recording here. So you can put it up to however long you want. I would say 10 minutes. That way you know you don't, or you know you have plenty of time for it. We don't need to video moderate it. We don't need to do any of this either. We're just going to go to create topic. And then we could share out that topic too. So this would be the part you would want to share out. And we'll talk a little bit about that. But now here it says, watch the video below to learn how to navigate remote learning. So we're going to record a response. And we would, well, actually, unfortunately, it's not going to work here. But you would see right here on your camera section, there would be little 3 dots to click, and you'll click those 3 dots and it'll come up screen recording, click it, and it'll just be like your screen recording through Screencastify. When you're done, you would just hit stop and then submit your video there. And when you're all done, you would just share out that video, share topic. Students would be able to see it. We could copy this, email it out, or send it out to Google Classroom. And kids would be able to see it and check it out and see how to do screen recording. All right, so like I said, there are a bunch of different extra resources with Flipgrid. I just kind of covered the basics of it today and kind of really diving deep into creating topics and what a grid is. If you want to learn a little bit more about the basics, I kind of set up different YouTube videos here. I'm a very visual learner, so YouTube videos help me out a lot. Or different blog resources down here. So covering the basics, Lynn Heff, I believe is how you say it. She has a really good Tech Bite section of a playlist she created on YouTube of different technology things that you can check out. She does a really cool Flipgrid video here, which is awesome. There's also a blog through the Flipgrid page about covering the basics. And I'm not going to click these just to save on time here a little bit. But you can also check out mixtapes. Mixtapes is a really cool feature. So if we're up here in mixtapes, Mixtapes is kind of like creating your own highlight reel of the different videos you have. So you could create your own mixtape and kind of pick and choose which ones you want to use as a highlight reel, and then you can share that out via your class. So maybe you're doing, you know, hand dribbling in face-to-face learning, and kids are submitting different dribbling challenges to you via Flipgrid, and you want to pick a couple of videos to highlight that and share out to the rest of the class to see like, hey, I took all your videos and I picked the ones that turned out really great. We're gonna highlight those for the rest of you. Really great way to motivate students. There's also a blog about it too. Grid Pals is really neat too. Basically, Grid Pals is seeing people who are active on Flipgrid near you, and you can actually collaborate with them on different projects and have them be co-pilots of your grid. There's another blog here too if you want to check it out. Disco Library is really neat. I haven't dove too far into this one yet, but basically it's kind of like a spot where people share templates of different things they've done that were successful with their class. So Disco Library would allow you to go into it and you could see different things about race, equity, justice, whatever you want. And you could type in, say, physical education or health and come up with different topics and different templates for you here. So you can see your audience. Maybe you want to do elementary schoolers. Maybe you want to have history, math, physical education, health, and you can see different topics that people have done with this. And you can actually click and copy their templates and have it be something that you share out for your students too, which is really cool. So maybe something about washing hands, second step, spoon relays, and you can actually reach out to the people who created those two and ask some questions about it and see how they did it too, which is really neat. And you can dive a little bit deeper into that. And then Shorts. Shorts is, this is pretty recent for them, but it's kind of a way where you can do video editing through Flipgrid. I haven't done too much with it. I use iMovie for a lot of my stuff, but it seems really easy to use. It's kind of got limited features on it, but it looks like something that's really neat that you can just do video editing for recording yourself or screen recording too. So pretty cool stuff. And then lastly, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me at Twitter at Mr. Biehl's PE. I'm pretty active on there, so I'm pretty quick with responding. You can also reach out via email to derrick.biehl@gmail.com. I'm happy to help out however I can. Hopefully you found some little tidbits or ideas of how you can use Flipgrid for yourself in your teaching situation. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks so much, everybody.